Well, at the age of 15, you do have a lack of experience purely because of age reasons. So, Riku Romppanen, when he lacks in experience,
Joshua Wonderlack.
he gets back in wonderful natural talent. Yes, Joshua Filler, of course, the defending champion,
First rack, Joshua
has to be regarded as a massive favourite, Carl. But with the way he's played so far, Riku Romppanen, don't write him off.
I'm out of breath, Phil. I just had to come up all them stairs at the back. I need to get back in the gym. What a match we've got in store here. First time ever Joshua Filler feels a little bit old in a pool match.
Everything suggests that Filler will have it relatively easy, but having seen Romppanen play and given some of the scalps he's got, last year in this tournament he overcame Hong Kong's Robbie Capito. In a tournament in Las Vegas before that he beat Skylar Woodward, so he can claim notable scalps.
Yeah, what a fantastic achievement this is from Riku Romppanen. 15 years of age. Battled through 256 players to face Joshua Filler here in the last 16.
The extension, please.
I was going to say at the start, it's the biggest match of his life. But then, of course, you very much have to add the words "so far."
Queuing off the rail. It's a little tester into the side pocket. But one of, if not one of the best potters on the World Nineball Tour, Joshua Filler. He knows how big the start of this match is. If he can just keep Riku under the pressure, you'll know that he's not used to this type of setup, these arenas. Looks a little wide. Yeah, it looked a little wide. So, big mistake here from the defending champ.
We saw there the numbers in the brackets. Joshua Filler, #1 seed. Riku Romppanen, 70th. But he can, if he plays his very best, and Filler maybe has a slide off day, the youngster could bridge that gap.
We've seen this, Phil, with Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. The early part of the match made a few errors. Seems to be a familiar trend here. Needs a little bit of an angle, should still be okay, but angle would mean he could just get the cue ball away from that right hand side rail. Now you may have to play this quite hard. Yeah, there's not much of an angle there. So I think he's going to have to play this ball fairly firm. Wants to get the cue ball away from that right side rail.
Extension, please.
Well, what a shot he played there. Decided to rip it in, Phil, and come all the way back off the top rail.
No fear, no scar tissue.
Riku Romppanen.
The boy with the initials RR wants to give Joshua Filler some RR, rest and recuperation. Well, who knows what he can do. It's a race to 10, so very early days, but Riku Romppanen already showing us what a potter and what a player he is already. Joshua Filler has had a very good route through. He's played so far 64 racks and he's won 47 of them. Very easy in the first couple of rounds. He even incorporated a whitewash. A couple of Vietnamese opponents dispatched, and then the best result of the lot. What an extraordinary scoreline. He beat Carlo Biardo of the Philippines, former US Open champion in the last 32, 10-1.
The second rec, Riku Romppanen to break, leading by 1 rec to 0.
First look at the break of the youngster. Trying to put the 1 in the side, and he does so. Gets the 9 moving. Look at how many balls he's potted here. 4. 4 balls on the break. He can actually pot this 2, but because of where the cue ball is, it's just a horrible shot he's faced with. And if he does pot the 2, he can't get the cue ball near the red 3. But he may have some sort of carom or combo. Let's see if he's attacking this ball. Oh, well, he's fearless, Phil. The young man is fearless.
One thing we know already, no nerves have set in. He looks as though he's been centre stage playing the game's top players on TV in front of a big live audience all his life.
Extension, please.
I think he's going to be
The
playing the
extension,
3
please.
onto the 9 ball. The 3 doesn't pot past the 9, rather. So he'll play the 3 onto the 9, or may even play off the edge and send the cue ball into the 9. That's what he's playing. Ooh, good effort.
How was your pool development when you were 15, Carl?
Well, I actually started playing when I was 14 and a half, so I was nowhere near this level.
Didn't like that, did he? Not used to missing.
That was a classy shot, though it looked very easy. But the fact that he was hampered queuing.
Joshua Filler wins the second.
Filler equalises. It will be quite intriguing to see his philosophy to this match, because of course in many respects he's on a hiding to nothing, fully expected to win. If he were to lose, that would be the story of the tournament, maybe of the year so far. This is Riku Romppanen's route this far. He's played an awful lot of pool. He did suffer an early defeat, 9-8 against Francesco Candela, who actually is playing Dimitrios Lukatos at the moment on table 2, just below our commentary position. But he bounced back nicely, defeated Carl Naderberg in the last 64, and his win over Petri Mäkinen, 10-6 in the last 32, was especially sweet for the youngster, because Mäkinen is a fellow Swede. Fellow Finn, I should say.
Oh, that's a nice break. He's hit that exactly how the players are attempting. Getting the arc on the cue ball, pocket the 1 in the side. Yeah, if you were looking at the route of Rico there, and you was wondering what Phil Yates was talking about, the fact that he's lost a match. We played double elimination in these big 2-5-6 events, so 256 players arrived. And we played over 4 days until we had our last 64. So basically, we have 32 players who go undefeated and 32 players who have 1 loss. Then we make the draw, so the winners play the losers, effectively. And then it's single elimination on day 5, last 64, last 32, and now on day 4, rather. And then on day 5, which is today,
Foul stroke.
we have the final 16.
Ball in hand.
All about the 9 ball this game. The
And
one
please
thing you
start
don't
the
want to do is catch it illegally. That's what Romppanen did there, getting through to the 3, and now the balls are open for Filler to hit the front.
Phil, it almost feels like this event is split up into 3 segments, isn't it? We start with 2, 5, 6. You want to get down to the last 64 because it's single elim. And then from the 64, you know, if you get to the last 16, it's on the 3 tables.
You might wonder why double elimination is in the first place. Well, one of the reasons, pool's an extraordinarily cosmopolitan game. Would you believe at the start of this week, 53 nations were represented? So when you come from all over the world, we had a representative from New Zealand here. When you come from all over the world, you don't want to play one match and go home. So they have an early safety net, but when it gets down to single elimination, it is do or die.
Yeah, that's the background of Nineball. We've always played double elimination events. Some events that we play on tour are single elim. We've seen that with the Whirlpool Masters that Ko Pin Yi took down just a couple of weeks ago. Filler's very good. If he misses a ball, Phil, he just gets on with it. Forgets about the mistakes.
Joshua Filler wins the 3rd round.
Filler, the defending champion, looking to retain this prestigious title, leads the 15-year-old 2-1.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
There's a definite accent on youth here today. This is the youngster from the Philippines, Kyle Amoroto, drawing level with Skylar Woodward at 3-3. That's on table 1. On table 2 right now, Dimitris Lukatos finds himself 3-1 up on Francesco Candela. That's Greece against Italy. Amoroto or Woodward will play Francisco Sanchez Ruiz next.
Thank you, mate.
Lukatos or Candela. Candela, by the way, is pulled back to trail 3-2. The winner of that will play Ko Pin Yi in the quarterfinals.
That was a devilish little shot from Riku there, just to tie the ball up. Not going to be easy to hit for Josh. Yeah, coming off this side rail, on the right hand side rail, in towards the 1. There's a possible scratch on, there is a gap.
Extension, please.
Josh will have assessed the table. He can't tie another ball up, so this is why he wants to attack this ball. This is dangerous, though. The scratch is looming. Oh, he's done well there. He has done well there. What a shot. To hit that yellow 1 ball full and keep the cue ball there. Look at this.
Certainly didn't want the 1 to drop into the middle pocket. That would have done him no favours. It was a tremendous hit.
Well, there was not much of a gap there at one point. I didn't even think the ball went in the pocket. Look at that gap. There's no gap there. He's a magician.
in cue sports you occasionally see one of these youngsters coming through, prodigious talent. And because they haven't had the knockbacks, the setbacks, the harsh defeats, sitting in hotel rooms around the world wondering why I did this, why I did that, they play with a freshness and total confidence. And we've already seen it from Romppanen. The ball to get in the first frame, but then that was a lack of concentration. Nothing to do with confidence or self-belief.
Playing it with left spin, didn't judge the movement on the cue ball. When you play with left English, it pushes the cue ball to the right a little bit, so misjudgment there. How costly could that mistake be?
Would you agree with that assessment, Carl, that when you're his age, it's experience and concentration rather than confidence, because confidence is not an issue. He's convinced he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, you do see it, don't you? In other sports, these youngsters from a young age, they come onto the circuit and whatever sport it is they play, and you just get the feeling, don't you? I remember Roger Federer, when he started playing tennis, he was quite an angry tennis player, wasn't he? He used to smash the rackets and stuff. But what an age Riku is at when Nineball's really starting to grow. You know, I mean, even Joshua Filler, I mean, he's still a young man, isn't he?
He's a veteran, Filler, of 25.
Joshua Filler wins the rack.
Filler filling up the pockets, taking advantage of that miss from Romppanen. Filler leads by 3 racks to 1. That's a very proud father. That's Riku Romppanen, who actually played in this tournament. He comes around the circuit to look after his young son and enters the events. He unfortunately played 2, lost 2, but he's not the talent in the family. The youngster is. On the plane home, the 15-year-old will have bragging rights again, Carl.
Yeah, his father must be proud. Obviously, we've seen him at a lot of the tournaments, but the fact that he's gone deep here.
The 5th rack, Joshua Filler to break, leading by 3 racks to 1.
Oh, that's a good break again. Joshua hit a wonderful break in the last, and it's another good on here. And the 2-ball does pass the 7. Well, he's making me think otherwise, but it did look like the balls had pulled up. Let's have a look. Maybe have to play this. No, I think there's a gap there. Maybe it's the angle that Josh is concerned about, just because the red 3 is on the right hand side of the table. Well, clearly didn't go, because he's rolled the cue ball onto the 9. That was a bit naughty, wasn't it, Phil?
How it should be. No room for charity at this level of 9-ball pool. Be as hard as you possibly can.
Got a chance of potting this, though. He's going to go close. He's going to go close. Oh, I thought he was going to pot it and scratch. The fact that the 2-ball rattled meant the cue ball just flicked it. Boy, this is a tough pot. This really is. Out of the jaws, across the width of the table.
He's like a statue when he plays. He's so quiet. The head, no movement until after the cue is delivered. No nervousness in there. Remarkable.
Yeah, he could play that ball into the rail a little bit further down because of where the ball was, but even so, that was such a difficult pot. He's had chances early on. Needs an angle here though.
Good shot with side though, wasn't it? It was actually pursuing another sport that got him into the game of pool. He went to a local 10-pin bowling alley. Pool tables were in there. He decided pool rather than bowling was for him. And very quickly, he showed outstanding talent.
Can play this off 3 rails. He can also play it off 2. 3 rails would guarantee a shot on the 8. He's going 2. Yep, that's going to sit up okay. Well, Phil, I think overall, after 5 racks, he'll be sat in his chair fairly pleased because he's in this match.
Riku Romppanen.
Very much so, and the way he's queuing, there's his father loving it. The way he's queuing, he doesn't seem overawed by occasion or intimidated by opponent, and that's half the battle. So the last 16 now well underway. We started off with Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz doubling up on Gary Wilson, 10-5. Already in the books, wins for the Ko brothers. Ko Ping-chung, 10-6 over Chris Melling. And I was watching the Ko Ping-yi match against Moritz Neuhausen from Germany, and I must say I was very impressed by Ko, the World Masters champion, winning 10-3. This is table 1, featuring the former Mosconi Cup MVP, Skylar Woodward, who started the tournament, I thought, very shakily. But he's improving every day. And he's certainly got the experience to go deep.
Yeah, he found himself in the last 16 stage last year here at the Copper Box, so clearly likes this venue. Does Skylar Woodward keep you posted on that match as always?
Well, he needs the clearance there because right now he's 5-3 down to Kyle Amarato.
Well, thankfully the cue ball did not scratch that, but it is a dry break. Quite amusing for Riku, 15 years of age, playing against Joshua Filler, arguably the best player on the planet. It's up for debate, of course, but he's certainly in the one of the top 4 players on tour. And we've got a junior event, the Jason Shaw Junior event, which Riku can actually qualify to play in. He's that young, going on just at the side.
I think Phyllis started playing the game before Riku. He was just 7 years of age. He was competing at a national level at the age of 10. He was only 20 when he made his Mosconi Cup debut.
Yeah, we just seen Skylar Woodward and Kyle Amarato a second ago. Skylar was at the table. He did not win that rack. The Filipino leads Skylar Woodward 6-3, so Skylar must have made a mistake there. This is a tough shot. Got away with one though. That's not bad. Josh may have to kick at this from the rail first. Yeah, can he just miss the 7 with a bit of left-hand spin? Watch how close the cue ball goes to the brown ball. Yeah, very good shot.
Before we go too far, Carl, I want you to tell everyone who my pick was, publicly stated, during match 1 here on Tuesday morning, with 256 players involved. Who was my pick?
Yeah, Riku. I mean, that was a genius move, Phil. No, it wasn't. It was Joshua Filler. I mean, you really pushed the boat out with that pick, Phil, didn't you?
Known for going out on a limb, yeah. Now then, what about this jump shot?
Trying to pot the purple 5, because the 1 doesn't go, does it? Distance may be his friend. Where's the 1 ball going to finish up? Ooh, I think Josh can pot this ball. Yes, he can. Needs to avoid cannoning the other balls, because you can just see the blue 2 at the top of the table. Cue ball could be close to the scratch. Wow.
Foul
What
stroke.
a mistake that is.
Ball in
What a
hand.
chance for Riku to tie this match up.
Please start the clock.
It was borderline when Carl suggested it might go in. Filler himself wasn't sure, but it had just about the right accuracy and pace to fall. Well, from his perspective, the wrong accuracy and pace.
Cue ball's following a similar path. Oh, that's just
Foul stroke.
lack
Ball in
of
hand.
experience. That's just his age showing there.
And please start the clock.
They're the things what will make this young man learn, though. You have to make these mistakes because he's found the natural path there. He will learn from that. It hurts now, but that type of thing will improve his game for sure. Yeah, Josh wasn't ideal there, the way he landed on the 3, but he's pulled a good positional shot out there, back in prime location. Of course, Joshua Filler, defending champion. The previous match was the world #1, the world champ, the US champ, the man who lost in the final here last year. And I think it has to be said, Phil, both these players started off a little bit slow in these matches.
And I think one of the reasons is they knew that if they were to be beaten, it would create a real stir. Wilson, the snooker player, Romppanen, the schoolboy. And in more ways than one, the scratch here was a schoolboy error.
Joshua Filler wins the rack.
There was a lot of scratching in that particular rack, and in the end, Joshua Filler was the beneficiary. He leads by 4 racks to 2.
Come and get it. Come and get it. If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone. If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
Welcome back to the Copper Box Arena and to the last 16 of the UK Open 9-Ball Championship, where the bespectacled Italian Francesco Candela has just drawn level with Dimitris Lukatos of Greece at 4-4. Kyle Amorotto 6-4 up on Skylar Woodward. And of course here on centre stage, the title holder, Joshua Filler, leading the youngster Riku Romppanen 4-2. Race to 10 in the last 16.
Another very good break there from Phillip. Pocketing the yellow one in the side. Tricky opener though on the 2. Can't really play the bank in the bottom right corner because the cue ball would be running away from the red 3. The red 3 is the ball on the bottom rail. Decision time.
Extension, please.
Smashing crowd here today, and of course, on finals day tomorrow, you can expect many more. And it always seems to me that when there's a big crowd in, filler comes alive.
Yeah, he looks a bit disheartened with that effort, but he was in a tricky spot there. That's the game of pool. Sometimes you look at the table and think, what shot do I play here? Only had the green 6 that he could hide behind. But I think overall, it's not so bad, but maybe Riku will try and use the 6 or the 4 as a blocker. Or maybe you just play the bank into the top left though. He's playing his own game out there. I don't think he played that.
Extension, please.
This needs to come away from the pocket because he's going to leave this. He might not leave it head on, but filler may go off the left rail and then flick the red 3 in the pocket. Yeah, they see, he can't see the potting angle, but he can just go off the left rail. He's got to hit this maybe just somewhere after the line, the bulk line. Yeah, nice shot there from Joshua, the killer filler.
No one's better at that shot than him. On this particular occasion, too much pace in the cue ball, but the actual pot was executed ideally.
It was a lot thinner than we thought, looking at that camera angle. But the mistake, another mistake from Josh, gets the young man back to the table. Needs to get the cue ball coming back in a similar line to where his hand is now. Or can he slide it up above the green 6? I think this will be okay. Yeah, he's going to bump the 7. That's fine.
Fella not at his best, not firing. And if that continues to be the case, the 15-year-old more than capable of taking advantage.
Yeah, he's had chances, Josh, and what he's not really taking them, and this is why Riku is still lurking. Could be 4-3 in a moment. We're so used to seeing Filler blitz his opponents. Beat Carlo Biardo 10-1. Carlo Biardo, former US Open champion.
Can't imagine he's going to miss this the way he's played so far.
Riku Romppanen.
It was never in doubt. Riku Romppanen sticking with one of the game's giants. Filla's lead trimmed to 4-3. You have to say, for his lack of experience, for his tender years, he's very impressive, Cole.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Even at just 15 years of age, he's going to be a little edgy. Probably looks up to Joshua Filla.
Something is weird with that.
Don't believe he played the bank in that pocket. I think he was trying to do a safety shot.
The other two matches tightening up as well. Dimitris Lukatis 5-4 up on Francesco Candela. Kyle Amorotto 6-5 now over Skylar Woodward.
The 8th wreck. Riku Romppanen to break. Trailing by 4x to 3.
Just not quite finding the aiming point on the break yet. Riku.
Push out called.
The break was dry, so
Riku, it's your choice.
it's a push out from Joshua Filla. Just explain the push out call to the uninitiated.
After the break shot, the very next shot at the table, you can play a push out, and the purpose of that is because when you break off, you may sometimes not be able to see the lowest ball on the table. So Joshua played the push there. You've got to tell the referee you're playing a push. Now Riku can play this shot, or he can pass it back to Josh. Riku likes this. What's he got planned? Well, that's what he's got planned. Just pop the ball in the pocket, Phil. Right in the middle of the pocket.
Filla pushing out to a pot, challenging, throwing down the gauntlet, and Riku saying no problem.
Yeah, it's a fascinating side to the game of pool, the push out, because these players travel all year, all season on the World Nineball Tour, and you get to know a player's weaknesses. So Joshua Filla now realises,
The extension, please.
do not leave this young man a pot like that. Some players are not very good with a jump cue, so you might roll out to a jump shot. The Americans call it a roll out. So if you hear us say pushed out or roll out, it's the same thing. This is a little tight one. It'll go off the rail though. Didn't think it'd go in at that pace though. It was a good shot to leave himself a pot on the 3. Tell you what, Phil, if the young man can clear the table here, that is going to send a little message over to the chair. Joshua Filla, a big shot coming up. Awkward cueing, striking down on the white. I think he's playing it into the top left pocket. And he's missed it.
Has he covered the 3 with the 4? I'm not saying he's having an outrageous run, but what run there is, just going his way, like the fluke 2 previously.
Josh will fancy this though, he'll go close. May just keep the cue because he's hooked. May chase the 9-ball now. Can he hit the right hand side of the pink 4 as we look and pot the 9? May play the bank shot as well, so banking the pink 4 up into the top right corner. That would leave distance as well, because the cue ball may stay at the bottom end of the table. That's what he's played. It's close. Wow, what a shot. That's what he's played. Joshua Filla has shown up. The biggest moment of this match so far.
Well done to you, Carl, as well. what a shot. And you can see he's really up for this. There's no complacency whatsoever from Fuller. When that one went in, he was loving it.
Yeah, and for the people who have watched Nineball, and you say the pockets are massive, the buckets, that's why we play on a table where it's a little bit more forgiving. So we see them type of shots, so the players take them shots on. Big moment Joshua Fuller has come with, back-to-back jump shots.
Now that sounded like a skid, yeah, not surprised that Marcel Eckhart is called into action. Again, it's terminology. It's a kick in snooker, a skid in pool. It means an abnormal contact. You can either see it, or in that case, hear it, like two boulders colliding. But Fuller, not on the skids, he's on the 9, and he's about to be halfway towards victory.
Joshua Fuller wins the rack.
There it goes. The jumped length of table bank on the 4. That was the pivotal moment of the rack. And Riku Romppanen trails 5-3 against the great man. Talk us through this one, Carl.
Yeah, the first one on the red 3, that was the easy one. This is the shot he played. He played it this way because you look where the cue ball's going. Forget the pink ball at the moment. He knew he could keep the cue ball down at the bottom end of the table. Cue ball comes off this side rail. Now he's going to come to the bottom rail. If he misses this ball, at least he knew he had distance. What a shot, what a moment. Maybe that's the moment that will spur Fuller on.
We know he's an inspirational player who can run a package of racks very swiftly.
One thing he has done better than Riku in this match is the break shot. He's been... Don't know if he can see a piece of this too. If he can, it's only a small edge.
And you know, the cue ball just tipped over when it went across the template there. I think had it not made contact with the template, he might well have been able to see the two.
You can definitely see a little bit. I just presume he can't pot it in the corner. He can't see the potting angle. I wonder if he could just jump over it a little bit. No, he can't. Let's not get giddy, Cal.
Skylar Woodward and Kyle Amorotto locked together at 6 racks each. Woodward fighting back.
Extension, please.
Talking about the push shot before, he does have the option of playing the push. He's not playing the push because he's not told the referee. Oh, you can see what he's done there, can't you? He's used the 9-ball to hook. First glance, that looks like it's going to be okay. Yep, it's more than okay. Fuller's in some trouble here. 3 tables are in play. All 3 matches are tightly poised.
Foul
Oh,
stroke.
the scratch. Didn't want to hit it off that
Ball in
rail.
hand. And please start the clock.
When the white went in, Phil's heart would have dropped
Foul
because
stroke.
with the balls as they are, Romppanen's favourite to dish. Prepared though to keep it tight right now. We've seen 1 rack already today, one with 3 fouls.
Second foul. Ball in hand.
And there's the second from Phyllis, so he's walking a tightrope.
Thanks. Start the clock, please.
Now though, why go down the foul road? Everything's there for him.
Yeah, at this level, unless you are guaranteed a phenomenal snooker, you would always try and run the table. Just cue ball stopped a little too soon there for the young man. Now he's got to control the cue ball of this shot. Pink 4 after this. Again, it's not ideal, just chasing the correct line at the minute. Still at the table though, that's the main thing. One good pot here. Purple 5 is your next ball. Yes, that's more like it. Now he's in a good spot again. Spin the cue ball around the table off the 3 rails. Yep, here it comes. Still very much in this match. Feels like it's been all Joshua Filler, but yet again, can the young man pull to just 1 behind?
When he has a chance, by and large, he's been dependable. Riku Romppanen is not suffering from stage fright on his big occasion. He's very much in this match. Joshua Filler's lead is only 5-4 in another tight match on table 1. Skylar Woodward on the comeback trail. He's now 7-6 up on Kyle Amorotto in a battle to provide the quarterfinal opposition for Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. All happening at the UK Open.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
2 generations of the Romppanen family. The proud father, yeah. Thumbs up so far, most certainly for 15-year-old Riku Romppanen on the right-hand side. Okay, he's behind.
Riku Romppanen to break.
Only 5-4 though.
He's trailing
Against
by
one of the
5
cream
extra.
of the pool crop in Joshua Filler. And what's more, Riku is breaking off in rack 10.
That's a lot better, the break off this time. Yeah, it's not the result he wanted. Looks like he's on the red 3 ball.
Just before we get into the meat of this rack, let me tell you, Dimitris Lukotos, the last Greek player standing of the 16 original Greek contingent in the field, well, he's 6-5 up on Francesco Candela, and it's looking increasingly good for Skylar Woodward. 2 racks away from victory. He's leading Kyle Amorotto 8-6.
You can just see there's a little window there, so you can get a piece of this 3 ball. That's no good though. That's not what he played, because he can pot this ball now, Josh. Yeah, you can see the potting angle. He can only go forward with a cue ball though, so he's not guaranteed to get a shot on the pink 4. Yeah, he played into the 4 and just kind of hoped he'd have some sort of shot. It's not worked out.
Extension, please.
Many times we've seen Joshua Filler display extraordinary fluency. Can't get his normal rhythm going in this match yet. He's shown glimpses of his best. He's played some really good racks, but nothing sustained. That's why the score is so close.
Very smart safety shot. Trying to kick, just missed the 8 ball, 1 rail. Tried to play the kick and stick. And because the cue ball has not stuck, it's peeped its way out and left Filler with an easy shot on the pink 4, and all the balls are sat in nice positions. This should be rack over. Just can't draw level, the young man just can't get back fully in this match.
I've noticed with him before in the limited amount of matches I've commentated on Riku Romppanen, when he gets a little tight and the pressure's on, the only tell, as it were, he goes a little red in the cheeks. The face starts to go a little red. Wouldn't be the first Q Sports player to be like that. The 1985 World Snooker Champion Dennis Taylor, when he was involved in a real battle, as he got closer, he got a little redder.
Joshua Filler wins the rack.
This hasn't gone closer. Joshua Filler re-establishing a 2-rack cushion at 6-4. Oh, those cheeks reddening up a little. He's entitled to, I'll tell you, at the age of 15, I believe his future knows no limits. He's got all of the aspects of the game there. He just needs a little bit of extra experience and he will start to challenge for these titles, and he's not out of this yet, of course. Might challenge for this one. the winner of this match, by the way, in the
11th
quarterfinals will
rack,
take on
Joshua
Mieszka
Phillips a break,
Fortunski of
leading by
Poland,
6 racks to 4.
or the US Mosconi Cup hopeful Shane Walford. Big match for Walford, that in the rankings.
Dry break. Riku can pot this one ball. He stayed over the pocket.
For all of his many fans back across the Atlantic, Skylar Woodward on the hill against Kyle Amorotto at 9-6. So 1 rack away from a quarter-final against FSR.
He'll just slide the cue ball up the left side of the table. 3 and the 4. And near each other. Table layout. This looks very inviting. Another half a foot higher would have been perfect, would have been unmissable. Now he just needs to bear down, because he's got to float this ball in. Yeah, good shot. Good shot, young man.
Yeah, he's got them all. Power, finesse, and clearly a steely nerve as well. Plus, it's clear he feels entirely at home out there in front of the cameras.
Well, it's going to be another rack where he pulls back to just 1 behind.
Riku Romppanen wins the rack.
Dad's happy, we're happy, because we've got a match on our hands. You know, 4 times Phil has led by 2 racks, but hasn't been able to kick on. 3-1, 4-2, 5-3, 6-4, and on each occasion, Romppanen has responded. Can he get back onto level terms for the first time since 1-1? Well, he's breaking, of course, in rack 12. I can tell you, Skylar Woodward very close to victory against Kyle Amorotto. In fact, he's on the winning 9-ball as I speak. In it goes. Skylar Woodward improving all the time. I mentioned before, when he started out this week, his form was a little patchy, to say the least, and that's being diplomatic. Not now. It is FSR against Woodward in a quarter-final later, and here's confirmation.
Trading by 6 racks to 5.
The Kentuckian based in Texas, prospering.
This seems to be the familiar storyline, doesn't it? Pulls a rack behind, breaks dry. Filler back to the table, has to play a push shot though.
Push out called.
There's the push, so Riku
Your
will
choice
have
again,
the
Riku.
option of playing this shot or giving it back to his opponent.
Saw a glimpse there of the reddening face. Who could blame him? He's involved in a real battle here, and beating Filler is a realistic possibility.
Extension, please.
Well, that's not how he played it. Riku can pot the one ball, but this is nasty to get back for the blue two. The blue two's the ball on the bottom rail. Good luck with this shot, buddy. He may even turn it down. Good pot it and play safe on the two. Yeah, he was trying something special there. Was never going to be easy. Cue ball crashes into the brown 7. But it does look like he can play a safety here. He can get the 2 ball back up table where the cue ball is. That type of area. And use that 5 cluster of balls to hook Josh. Yeah, there's a lot of balls there to snooker Josh by.
There is a certain amount of the 2 available to hit directly. Most of the 2. Well, applause, but it's a self-imposed hook on the 3.
Has he fluked the 8? He has.
What I said before, Carl, and I'll say again, it's not been entirely one-sided, the burden of fortune, but what's going, Romppanen's having the better of it.
Went for the bank. It looked good. Stayed over the hole for Josh. Can he get the cue ball back out of there to get on the pink 4? It's always awkward when the ball's right deep in the pocket. That's okay. Purple 5 goes in the bottom right corner. Yeah, if you could put the cue ball there, you'd be more than happy.
quickly, another lead change on table 2. Francesco Candela 7-6 now on Dimitris Lukatos.
That was a very tidy positional shot there. He made that look very easy. Well, this has been the finish of the match for me. It looked very easy, but he's had to have pinpoint cue ball control. Under pressure as well, Filler, in this match. But yet again, it's this 9 to go too clear.
Joshua Filler.
Didn't seem the best contact there on the 9, but it just about went in on the thick side. And for the 5th time in this match, Joshua Filler has a 2-rack advantage. The score at the moment, 7-5.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone. If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
It's been a sweet
Sankety,
last
13th
16 of the UK Open so far.
To break. Leading 7-5.
And the match we're watching right now could have the potential to be the best match of the lot. Now that's a much better break from Joshua Filler. Remember, in rack 11, the last time he broke, it was dry and Romppanen dished. Filler looking to go ahead by 3 for the first time. And for a number of reasons, that could be trouble for Romppanen. Because of the close proximity of the 5 to the cue ball, he's limited with what he can do in terms of side and escape options.
Made the 2 ball. I think he would have had an idea. He could squirt over towards that corner as well. Tough shot coming up though. Got to control the cue ball as well, not just the pot. And that's what's made him worry about that shot. And that's what's caused the miss.
Tell you what, folks, all week we've been streaming the UK Open, and my co-commentators, Carl Boys and Jeremy Jones, have made some excellent calls, that one being another one. Filler looking at that initially with concern, racing around the table to see whether there's a gap through for the 4, and I believe from his body language there most certainly is.
Yeah, you could see it was that spring in the step. He felt this was the moment he's been waiting for, because every time he's gone 2 in front, Rico seems to have won the next rack. This is a chance to go 3 in front.
The extension, please.
Extension called. It's a 30-second shot clock from the last 16 onwards, with 1 30-second extension per player per rack. And Carl with no shot clock for the first 4 days on occasions, certain matches, we've noticed a massive difference.
Yeah, we do all, obviously we follow the tour around, Phil, and we know it's not so much that the game of Nineball's slow, it's just sometimes the players can be having a mare in their own head and you find yourself just stood wondering what to do.
Mired in hesitancy, but not Filler.
Joshua Filler.
3 clear for the first time at 8-5. A little bit of luck went the Finn's way there, but he didn't capitalise. The 3 ball from distance was missed. And now Filler maybe starting to gain the ascendancy in a major way. So 2 last 16 matches yet to start. Shane Van Boning against Eklund Kachi, that's scheduled for table 1, replacing Skylar Woodward and Kyle Amorotto, which resulted in a 10-6 win for Woodward. And Shane Walford and Mieszko Fortunski yet to get underway. Kachi just getting a few practice reps in. He's a tall, intimidating fellow and a brilliant, intimidating player, Cole.
Yeah, he is, and when you were having your
The 14th rack, Joshua
dinner
Filler to
last
break,
night, Phil,
leading 8-5.
no doubt dessert as well. I was still here watching the end of the Kachi match. He finished very late on. He was playing Imran Rashid. You were probably on your 7th scoop of ice cream then, Phil.
Close, only had 2 though last night, in fairness. Strawberry and salted caramel.
Again, the 1 ball disappears into the side pocket. You can see the difference in breaks from both these
Push out
players in
call.
this match. Josh can't get a look at the lowest ball. Push out called. Oh, he's teasing the young man.
Your choice, Rico.
You knock it in, son, or I will.
Well, the last time he pushed out to a pot, Filler, Romppanen answered the call.
Please play again, Joshua.
This is dead straight or just off straight. It's going to be difficult. I think Josh is just playing off the right edge to leave distance. Yeah, he's not even entertaining the pot.
I think Filler had a laugh there with the referee because everyone calls him Josh. And Marcel Eckhart, ever the professional, said, "You to play Joshua." What a battle royal on table 2. Dimitris Lakatos has just won the 14th rack to get onto level terms again with Francesco Candela at 7-7. The winner of Lukatos and Candela goes forward to play Copigny, and whoever wins will be a decided second favourite.
Yeah, some player, Copigny. Fantastic week in Brentwood for the Masters. It's a couple of weeks ago now. What a performance he put in there, and he's looking strong here. Didn't play the pot. He was trying to play a little thicker off the ball. Everything's just awkward for Josh at the minute. Yeah, he can pot the ball, but he's got to go rail first, and he'll play for the red 3 in the same pocket as he's potting the 2. Here comes the cue ball. Is he going to get there though? Is he going to get there? Not really. It's very thin now, this. He can pot it, but it's a thin one. Played safe, and it's a poor safety. Trying to get the cue ball in behind the green ball. So he missed his path.
Regardless of execution though, Carl, his shot choices showing the respect that Riku Romppanen merits. Since that missed 3 ball, Romppanen putting in a few weak ones. Is he running out of steam?
Just see the back of Josh's shirt. He has a picture of himself screaming. I think that must have been at the Moscone Cup. Yep, that's definitely the Moscone Cup. You can see it on the back, killer filler. But he's been out of sorts in this match. He just can't seem to put this match to bed.
I think against more familiar opposition, he'll be okay, but in the back of his mind, he's thinking, my opponent is 15. Terrific pot.
Yeah, a couple of poor safeties, real poor safeties from Josh has sold out this chance. Goes without saying he'd love to just keep Joshua on 8 and claw his way back into this match. Whenever an opponent gets on the hill and you're a few racks in front, you always feel like it's a tall order. This combination, 6 onto the 9 for 8-6.
Extension, please. Riku Romppanen wins the rack.
No mistake. The gap is closed to 2. He won't go away. Joshua Phillip, if he thought this was going to be an easy workout, he better think again. Still 2 required by the defending champion to make the quarterfinals. You look at their respective career resumes and there's no comparison at all. Back in Finland, Riku Romppanen has won plenty of small, local, regional club tournaments. Made the last 16 of the Mez Open this year in Ljubljana. Quarter-finalist last year at the Tallinn Open. But of course his career
The 15th rack.
is just getting
Riku
started.
Romppanen to break. Trailing by 8 racks to 6.
Oh, this is his best break of the match. Neither player has had an open look at the lowest ball on the table after the break. Say it's the best break of the match for Riku because he finally potted the one in the side. It's been a struggle so far. Again, after the break, you can play the push out. Well, I think he's going for the jump shot straight out the gate. No push out. He's taking it to filler. I mean, he can barely reach this. Oh, it was close, wasn't it? Hit both jaws. I don't blame him. It was quite straight. Why not go for it? This match just feels like it's on a knife edge, Phil, doesn't it? 8-6 in a race to 10. Villa wins this rack. That's a healthy lead to have. Young Riku wins it. Well, he's well back in this match. Kicking 2 rails. Yeah, he's made contact. Where's it going to end up? It's not going to be nice. It's going to be nice for Filler, though. He can pot this ball. This is where the experience from the young German will come into play. He knows the importance of this rack for the scoreline of this match.
The young German. The comparatively old German.
Yeah. It's not often Joshua Filler feels like an old man at the table. This doesn't look good to me. Yeah, it just didn't look good. The way it rolled towards the pocket, it wasn't going with authority. Another mistake, another miss.
Missed a similar delicate cutback to that much earlier in the match. Again by overcutting.
Yeah, his instinct was signalling, did it roll off? But we all seen the replay. That ball did not roll off. It stayed straight. It was just a poorly hit shot. Oh, does he come back far enough? Can he pop the pink 4? Oh, he can't. That's a shame. Got to recompose himself. Play the right shot here. He's gone for the cross bank. He's gone for the cross bank and he's made it. Wants the cue ball off the rail.
A little nudge on the 5 here would have been priceless. As it is, extension taken by Riku to think about what's required. The hardest part about potting balls on these tables when you go to the middles, there's no forgiving whatsoever.
Yeah, and the moment as well of what has happened in this rack, it all built up into that shot. Filler needs the cue ball to keep going. Again, it's a little shy, just not quite been at the races in this match.
Extension, please.
I don't think going forward, if he does, there's anything to worry about. I just think it's who he's playing that's making him edgy. That was better. Not just potting the 6, but avoiding the 7 with the cue ball off the cushion. Looks like Filler, despite a few hiccups, is about to be on the hill.
Well, the cue cue ball control for Filler as what has been off in this match. However, it's this Nineball to finally go 3 clear and on the hill.
Joshua Filler wins the
That
race.
is a sigh of relief for Joshua Filler. But after the way things have gone in this contest, we cannot take anything for granted. 9-6.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone. If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
2 big guns over on table 1. Shane Van Boning against Eklund Kachi. And this is the way that Van Boning won the first rack. It was a tough pot on the 9 down the rail, but SVB stood firm.
Thank you, rack 16. Joshua Filler is breaking Underhill, leading by 9 racks to 6.
Very nice indeed. We'll keep you informed about that one, and also about Demetrius Lukatos, who's on the hill against Francesco Candela at 9-7. Here, Filler's on the hill.
It's been a match where Joshua Filler has made the 1 ball, I don't want to say every break, but a very high percentage of his breaks, but just can't seem to get the potting angle of the next lowest ball. However, he's played a pretty good hook 2-rail kick for the young man. If he doesn't get this right, it may well be the last shot we'll see from the young 15-year-old. Needs a little bit of luck here.
Smattering of applause for the escape, but is there a gap? Well, in terms of hitting the 2, yes. In terms of potting it, the angle is not there.
Extension, please.
Needs the 2 to slow down. This was the shot he was playing, but he wanted the 2 ball in the centre of the table.
Terrific shot down the queue there of Romppanen, who at the age of 15 clearly has a dominant left eye. He might be playing another shot though, after leaving an open 2. I've really enjoyed this. I don't think Filler has. I think he's been nervy from first ball to last.
I think you called it earlier, Phil. I think the fact that Riku's 15 years of age, and I mean, listen, it's a fantastic story, but what a story it would have been for him to beat Joshua. I think the fact that Joshua's usually familiar with his opponents, and he wasn't this time. He's very much like Francisco Sanchez Ruiz playing snooker player Gary Wilson. I think they'll both be happy to see the back of these matches and regroup for their quarter-final matches. Needs the cue ball away from the 9. Oh, that's just changed the whole complexion of this next shot.
And that epitomises the match. Nothing's been easy for Filler. Where the 9 was, he had to play that with bundles of running side, and he's played it really nicely. That deserved applause. There wasn't any.
Yeah, that was actually a ridiculous shot he played there. He gets this one right, this match is over. Yeah, and he has done.
Filler's biggest supporter not here, Pia Filler. I believe she's playing in the European Championships at the moment. But I'm a big supporter of his because no one plays better pool when he's in top gear. He hasn't been in this match, but I think he's done enough to drive on through.
Yes, you're not always going to play your A game. Even Joshua Filler doesn't. But it's about getting the W, getting the win. Find a way to win, and that's what he has done in this match. Riku Romppanen, you will be back. There is no doubt about it. Great memories here this week for the young man and his father. But it's this 9-ball. Joshua Filler's dreams alive as a repeat.
Joshua Filler wins the rec.
Yeah, Riku Romppanen.